Good day, great people. Cheers to the day. Hey, it's our second episode, and I want to make sure that I'm talking how I should be talking.
Exactly.
Nadia, am I talking how I should be talking?
For right now, because you know how you get where you like to switch it up. Like, you can talk normal, you can talk regular. You don't have to talk in your professional voice.
Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing well. This is our second episode. And today we're going to be talking about traumatic memories. And we've all been through traumatic things in our life. Some of us more than others. Some deep traumatic things that I won't share here on this platform because I have a book coming out. Stay tuned. But a traumatic memory for myself, and I know for Nadia, was when I had to make the decision to quit my job without having another job. And she was, what were you in? Your second year of college or first?
I think it was the second year. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, her second year of college. And it was very traumatic, me having to leave her, like I said, because it was her second year of college. And me like having to give up everything. Like, I've always been independent. I've always had my own car, my own home, my own job. But the stress of my job was getting to me so much that I was losing weight. And I ended up having to be on blood pressure pills. So that was it. So I'm going to go ahead and explain what a traumatic memory is. So traumatic memories, while we'd like to forget painful experiences, of course, processing those memories are important for our healing, and it definitely has been therapeutic for myself. Therapy and mindfulness can help practices comfort and manage those memories. And I did end up having to go to psychiatrists for past memories and this one, traumatic memories. Quit my job, got my daughter a car, and was leaving her with her best friend's family. I was going up north to stay with someone who was my friend at that time, but people show you who they are, boy. So I quit my job, and I was there 9 years, packed up the car, moved to Maryland, got Nadia a car. Like I said, left her here with her best friend's family, got to Maryland. Okay, everything's going great. As far as Maryland, weaning myself off of the blood pressure meds with the help of my dear friend, R.I.P., Miss Judy. She's now deceased, but helping me work through that and finishing my master's degree. So I was up there maybe about, I would say it was November to about November to about April or May. And then my little sister, Elise, came to Maryland, and I made a return to Georgia, of course, because once I got myself well, I didn't plan on leaving my daughter forever. Never that. We're too close for that. So once I got myself well, I was able to return to Georgia and kind of work through and figure it out, because I'm very resilient based on choices, right? Because sometimes, right, Nadia, we make choices that may be good or bad, but we got to deal with the consequences. And so I kind of had to maneuver being back in Georgia, finding another place to live. But I just want to hand it over to Nadia now to give
I was going to just ask, though,
how she felt.
But I just feel like, how did that traumatic experience, I know we say like memories of traumatic experience will help you in the future. How do you feel like that actually helped you in the future, though?
I feel that traumatic experience, which part of it?
The whole experience.
Like quitting my job?
I just feel like you said it was a traumatic experience. So
it was traumatic. Okay, so I feel like, first of all, let me say this. When I moved to Georgia, I always said that I would not stay at a stressful job, that I would quit. And I did that, even though I didn't have another job. But because I'm a researcher, I knew that I could get some kind of income if the aspect of my job environment changed, and it had. So I knew that eventually I would get some sort of money from unemployment, but we'll tap into that later. So what I learned from that was always go with your first mind. And that's what I did. Even though I knew that Nadia would be here by herself. She's in college though. But I felt like if I didn't get myself well, I could have died, because I've never had problems with blood pressure. And like I said, I was losing weight. I was just so stressed out at the job.
Right, and that's understandable. But I'm saying for your future self, like, how do you feel like that traumatic experience helps you in your future? Like, after that happened, up until now,
okay.
Like, how did that help you?
It really helped me engage in, like they were saying, therapeutic things. Like I started turning my phone off at a certain time, because then that stressor's not going to bother me of the phone. I know that now my worth more so at a job, and I'm not going to let a job stress me out. I'm going to speak up more, because I'm not going to just lay there dormant. I'm going to speak on how I feel. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't, because I know how to move on now. And what else? It helped me to know who was who in my corner, because I found out that the girl that I moved with in Maryland was not my friend, because she stole from me. Mm-hmm. And it helped me to learn not to always be so kind to everyone. Mm-hmm. You got to be kind to those that are truly your true friend. And it helped me to open up my eyes and be better with discernment, because I also found out some things about my cousin who I moved down here with. So it was just a whole gamut of things that I learned.
Okay.
Why are you laughing, Nadia?
No reason. We'll move along.
Okay. But yeah, so I learned so many things. God was opening my eyes. I was finishing my master's degree.
Okay.
It helped me to open my eyes to a lot of things. And I made a lot of changes in my life that were more mindful and more geared towards Tracy and what Tracy likes and what Tracy wants to do, no matter what the naysayers say.
Right. So today in your current state, that's how you would take on things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say for me, because I don't feel like I have that many traumatic experiences in my life. Fortunately, I've been blessed with a pretty great life.
Lucky
so I don't
you.
feel like I have that.
Cheers to the parents, right, everybody? Cheers to the parents.
Yes. Y'all are great. But I will say during that time when, you did leave, maybe it was a little traumatic for me, only because I've never been away from you. Mm-hmm. And living with my best friend's family, which second type of family. But I was also in college going through like dating somebody that I thought was like my first love, whatever. And going through that, it felt like I was just alone. Even though I had my best friend, her family, it just felt like I was alone. And I'm dealing with somebody that's cheating on me, this, that, and the third. And I was losing weight as well. And it was like, what is happening with my life right now?
And you didn't think to call your mom? We still had phones.
I know we still had phones, but I just feel like you was going through whatever you was going through. I felt like, of course, we still talk, but I just feel like it's different when like you're farther away, because it's like you really can't come help me to do anything.
What you wanted me to do? Come to the...
I don't know, girl.
What you wanted me to do? Come shake it? She wanted me to come shake somebody.
Right.
Shake a nigga up.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like, I felt like that probably was a little traumatic for me, because it was just like, again, I just felt alone. And I just felt like I couldn't do anything. My grades were horrible. Jesus. And I was just going through it.
Side note. Can we put a side note there? Even though we had the what? Scholarship?
Girl, that scholarship.
That we was trying to keep up.
That scholarship was going the first year.
Yeah, the scholarship.
The scholarship was going the first year. This was the second year. But yeah, so my grades were slipping, everything. And I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt hopeless. Like nothing's going to work out. Nothing's like, and like I said, you weren't there. So it was like, ugh, what is life? What is life right now? But
hold on, ladies and gentlemen, not to cut Nadia off. But I believe she shared this with me, and I think that I gave her the name to, they had counselors over there at her college. Mm-hmm. Now, let's ask, did Nadia follow up with that?
Did not.
Oh, okay.
Did not, which,
okay.
You know what? And I know in the Black community, people don't like using counselors or therapists, but it is good for you to use your resources for that.
Yeah.
For sure. At the time, I felt like I was young, and I just was like, oh, whatever. Like,
and I can agree with you, because it took me a long time to go to therapy,
exactly.
Because like I said, real traumatic stuff happened when I was like your age in college. And I didn't go to therapy until 2011.
And how old are you then?
2011.
31?
No, I wasn't 31. 41. Yeah, 41. Yeah, so it took me a minute, you know.
Right, to go. So for me, I was just kind of like, I'm just going to keep moving through life. And
life is lifing. That's how I was moving.
And life was lifing. So I felt like maybe that was only a real traumatic time. And I wasn't working and like, I don't know. I was, like I said, failing my classes and just worrying about a relationship that wasn't really for me. So I felt like that was maybe like the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to me besides eating the sandwich.
Excuse me? Eating the sandwich out the garbage.
When I was young, and this is a crazy experience.
Here we go.
My mom used to cook for me all the time, and like daycare,
like three-course meals,
like real meals. Not no like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. None of that.
Better know it.
But one day she sent me with a bacon sandwich, and I don't understand why she would send me with a bacon sandwich that day. Don't know what was happening, and I didn't really eat it because I don't know. I just didn't eat it, and then when I got home, it was like, girl, why you didn't eat your sandwich? And I was like, I really didn't want it. And for me, I thought she was mad. So afterwards, she kind of threw it away. The sandwich was still in the sandwich bag. Let's get that straight. It was still in the sandwich bag. And she just went in her room and talked. So for me, I thought she was mad. And I don't know why. And I felt like it was traumatic because I went in the garbage, got the sandwich out, and ate it behind the couch. And she's like looking for me like, and I was behind the couch. And she's like, why is you eating this sandwich? I'm like, oh, because you were mad. Didn't want you to be mad at me. And she was like, girl, like, why are you eating the sandwich though? Like, the sandwich conversation was done with. That's probably just another traumatic thing. Made me realize I gotta finish my food because I thought you was mad. That was a funny one.
That is funny. But I wouldn't have been mad at you over no sandwich, that's for sure. And I don't know why that day, because like I said, normally I would make a 3-course meal because her Miss Vanessa, shout out to Miss Vanessa, one of the daycare workers, she used to look at Nadia's food and ask, ooh, what your mom cooked today? Because it was a 3-course meal. I'm not one of these new mothers out here.
It definitely was.
At all. And I was from up north, okay? For all the southern people that think people from up north don't cook. Yes, we do. So I don't know why I did that day. Maybe I didn't go grocery shopping. I don't know. But I didn't expect you to take it out the garbage, sweetie. Never that.
It was still in
the wrapper, I know, but still, I wasn't mad. I probably was just doing
whatever I don't know. Maybe doing. Your voice sounded just assertive and strong. Strong black woman.
Strong
black woman.
Like Strong J?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I thought you were mad, and I was like, okay.
That is hilarious.
Let me just eat this sandwich to appease her.
But hold on. So you were saying that when you were in college, that was the only like traumatic thing with the boyfriend. Then you had to stay with your best friend's family and things like that because you're used to being around me. So would you say that you're used to what? Conversating with me, relying on me, or what? Because I'm saying, but your best friend, but this is the thing. You always wanted to be at the best friend house.
I did.
Why didn't you want to be at the best friend house at that point?
But it's like, or
is it different?
Yeah, I always wanted to be at my best friend's house. But when I was at her house then, like, the times that I always wanted to be there, you were still like close by. It's like, oh, okay, I'm at my best friend's house, but when it's time to go home, my mom's right there.
Okay.
This time it was just like, no, you're not there. You're not close by. You're somewhere else.
Okay.
And I feel like that's different. Like, you're in a whole different state. Yeah, we could talk on the phone all the time, all day, every day, but it's still like, okay, she's all the way over there. I'm all the way over here, trying to figure life out. That's what it felt like.
So, ain't that what college is about, though? Trying to figure life out?
And it is. Okay. It is. But then it's like you still have your home to go back to where your parents or your parent is.
Okay.
And, just be with them.
Okay.
Because even my first year, though, like, you were still there, and I would come home
And I used to go there.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
So it was like we used to see each other more in the college world because I would come down on Sundays and clean up with the bleach, write letters to the college about their bathroom. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
So you missed that.
Of course.
Okay.
Because it's always been like that.
Okay.
Yeah, girl.
But I think okay, let's take this perspective and viewpoint.
Okay.
Had I been here and heard or knew about, would you have still been wanting to be so close if I was here, knowing that you were going through all that drama with that young man that you thought you was in love with? Because you know my mouth, and then I would have still been down there visiting. I don't know if that would have went right. It would have went left.
It may have went left, but
I'm saying I don't think that you would have probably came home as much because you would have been trying to whatever, and then I would have been noticing that. Oh, I see you losing weight. What the fuck is going on here? Is it that stupid ass boy? That's what I would have been saying. So I'm wondering, would you have really, if you think about that, wanted me to be here? And would you have been coming home as you would, and then me coming down there on Sundays to just chill and have dinner? It probably would. The dynamics would have changed, I think.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
The dynamics may have changed, but then again, I probably would have been excited to come home to kind of have a little break from it, from whatever I was going through with this person.
Okay.
So I don't know. I feel like I could see both sides of it.
Okay.
I probably would have had just like a little reprieve though, like, wow, I'm at home. All right. To take my mind off of whatever. It's like, really, at that point, is you really in love? Not really.
And do you think that you'd have been open with me, though, when you would come home? Do you think that if I was like, girl, what the hell going on? You losing all this weight? What's going on?
Are we always open?
Oh, okay. I know, but I'm saying you was in love then. So love takes on a different aspect with your parents.
It do. But
so you might not have been open and honest.
I feel like I probably still would have.
Oh, okay. You would have shared all the incidents down at the college and the drama.
All the craziness.
For
sure.
Oh,
for sure.
I'm glad you would have been open and honest. That's good. That's good.
So I feel like, yeah.
And I wonder what the percentage is, like, of people that have not had, like, a true, because I want to know now, traumatic memories, traumatic experiences. Now I'm wondering how many people, like, we'll say the United States, have had traumatic experiences, and then break it down like minority wise, age group wise, and then say how many of those groups actually had therapy or were on meds to help with it, and where are they now? Okay. That's what I would like to see, the stats on that.
Oh, you can look it up.
Yeah, maybe I will look it up. Maybe I will look it up, and I'll put it in the comment section when I post the video. Yeah. Like, at least the basics, like how many people in the U.S. have reported having traumatic experiences. You know what I'm saying? And what's the ethnicity and what's the age group? Right. Like, just that bare minimum. Because I'm curious, because for you not to have had a real, true traumatic experience, like, you know what I'm saying? Like getting your ass whooped or getting raped or something like that. That's a blessing.
No, it is.
You said that. That's a blessing.
Because there's people that I've seen on Instagram or, you know, friends that have had a lot of traumatic experiences. And I'm just like, wow, I can't relate. Even a guy I dated before was like, oh, he had so many traumatic experiences growing up. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, I haven't had, like, these experiences. Like, I've had a good childhood. Like, granted, my parents weren't together, but I still was raised, like, with love. And, of course, y'all always spoiled me for some reason. But, yeah. But even though, like, I would see my dad again.
Still spoiled.
Whatever. Even though I would see my dad on the weekend, it was like I still had a relationship. To this day, have a good relationship. So it's like, when asked, like, oh, you didn't go through anything, like, a guy dated, he definitely was like, you never went through anything when you was younger? You didn't have no crazy... I'm like, no. Like, I actually had a good experience. Like, a good life. Like, so I can't relate, unfortunately. And it's like, I felt bad, but then again, it's like I can't feel bad about how I was raised and how I grew up. Like my parents gave me a good upbringing. Like
Exactly.
And it's like, unfortunately, a lot of people, they don't get to experience that, and that traumatizes them, and that affects how they are growing up, the people that they become when they're adults or whatnot. And for me, I just never went through anything that traumatic.
Wow. So when this individual shared that with you, like, you wasn't ready to be like, okay, the door's over there, I'm about to go. Like I'm saying, because how did, like, you shared all this with him. Like, sorry, I didn't have that experience. Sorry, you had that experience. But at that point, you didn't realize, we're not going to say unevenly yoked because that's in a marriage. But you didn't realize, oh, this may not be for me. Because we don't have the same, common stuff, like the common foundation. So at that point, if we ain't got the same kind of common foundation,
right,
more than likely, it's probably not going to work to our betterment.
But then again, it's like, I feel like everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people may have some traumatic issues, but it's like, all the people that only had traumatic issues gonna be together? I don't know. Like,
well, no, I'm saying, okay, so let me break that down. So, I have had deep traumatic issues, right? But I got help and I have positive coping mechanisms,
right?
So that I would not want to be with somebody that had traumatic issues, of course. I want to be with somebody that did not, or low traumatic things like you.
Right.
Because I'm over here resolved. So why do I want to be with someone that may have not been resolved in their traumatic issues? You understand what I'm saying?
Right, that is true.
And then that's the other thing. I wonder if it's more men or women that have been through traumatic issues. I'm going to have to really put this in the comments once we wrap.
Right.
But yeah, I'm curious about that before we wrap. We wrap and I'm going to post it in the comments because that's, yeah. Because, okay.
Well, yeah, I think now that you put it like that, though, that's something that would be in the back of my mind, though, when I'm dating. Like, oh, if you do have some traumatic issues, unfortunately, this ain't going to work. I just feel
that's what you're going to say?
In my mind, probably, but I'll word it nicely. But for me, I feel bad for people, and that's the problem. Like, oh dang, you really went through this, and it's kind of like I feel bad for you.
When you get old, when she gets older, she'll start learning. Yeah, it's good to feel bad for people, but you also have to identify with, okay, I feel bad for you, but you're not for me, so I gotta bail over here to the left. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Well, again, so that's a lesson in itself. Good or, well, that's like bad, but that's a lesson to learn for whenever I'm dating.
Yeah.
That's something to look for.
So would that be a red flag?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the red flags be looking like Six Flags.
Explain that one. It'd be like a ride you want to go on?
Right.
Ew.
And that be the problem.
Oh, no.
Cause
no, man. I'm saying, and kudos, though, to that person that's told you that, because a lot of times people want to hide what they've been through and stuff like that. So it's good that he at least shared with you, and he felt comfortable sharing with you, or he may share with everybody because maybe people are going to feel bad for him.
Right. That is true, because people are going to feel bad for you, and then when people feel bad for you, they tend to try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not change you, but they want to help you. They're looking for somebody to rescue them.
Yeah, rescue. Yeah, they're looking for the rescue, 911.
Exactly. So
it's a joke in your town.
I will say only traumatic instances that have affected me is relationship wise. Mm-hmm. But again, I learned from those instances to try to learn, okay, in the future, this is what I shouldn't be looking for. This is something that I need to look for when dealing with people.
Yeah. And then also, something that your dad said before, sometimes you just gotta just take it for what it is and enjoy life. Just date to date and keep it, kind of pushing. You know what I'm saying? So then you don't have to have traumatic experiences, because of course your dad being in your life, he don't want you to have traumatic experiences. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us women have not had our dad in our life to share that with us, because he know from where he been. You feel what I'm saying? So he sees that a mile away. So it's a blessing that he's there to tell you, no, traumatic, drama, chaos, red flags, keep it moving. Or if you want to do it, don't get emotionally involved. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So then also I will say, I know we said that you wouldn't disclose that much about it, but the traumatic experiences you've had, how have they affected maybe like your relationships, or what you look for when you look for dating people?
So when I'm dating people,
what's a red flag for you?
A red flag for me is people that try to control me. Period. Yeah, that controlling thing. Yeah, no.
But controlling as far as like,
so trying to control. Okay, so like I only talk to my mom a couple times a week. You know, we text, me and her every day. But if I don't need to talk to my mom every day, I don't need to talk to no dude every day. So I don't need for people to call me all the time. I don't need people to text me all the time, because we don't got that much to talk about. And I find that when that happens, when you try to be nice, like what you said in the past, when you do that, then all of a sudden you the leader of the conversation. And I'm not even the caller. You the caller, the guy, me, and then I'm the leader of the conversation? No, because I don't even need to talk to you that much. So yeah, so that type of red flag, that, and insecure. Men that are insecure is a big red flag. So controlling and insecure.
Okay.
Woo! Yeah.
Those are the things that will turn you off, completely off.
Completely off and insecure. Definitely. Based on my previous traumatic stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Controlling and insecure. Yeah.
So when you first because of course guys try to hide who they are. And so when you first see it, you're just out of there.
More than likely, yeah.
Okay.
Or
you really headstrong.
Yeah, and I'll address it like, "Oh, you calling me too much? Why are you doing that? Like, I don't like that." I think even I addressed that in the first instance, like when we date. If I'd be like, "So I don't like this, this, and this." So if they don't call me again, that's fine, because I knew you probably was this, this, and this. So I'm moving on. Yeah, because that calling on time. Now, some people like that.
Yeah.
I'm a secure person,
Amen.
so I don't need all that.
Period.
Yeah, I don't need all that. No.
My girl is very secure.
Yeah, secure and wrapped in a bow. Period. And based on past. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I thought I could change people and this and that was trying to control me, or this, that, insecurity. You know, I'm trying to change. No. People gonna change when they want to change. So yeah, and true. I don't need no more trauma in my life. I'm done with trauma and chaos.
Not even no more drama, but
no more drama,
more trauma. Hey, no more trauma.
Yeah, I like that. Cheers to the day. Clink, clink. For real. Yes. So this was a great episode.
Very good conversation.
Yes, look at that. And look, we thriving through the traumatic experiences.
And yes. We don't let them take us out.
No, we ain't gonna let them take us out. Never.
Period.
And kudos to you, though, because I think you did a little therapy thing.
I did.
Yeah, you did a little therapy
thing. I've done it a couple times. And
that's what I'm saying.
Good.
Yeah.
Therapy
is good in the black community.
Amen.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Stop making
ain't
it
nothing
taboo.
wrong with you. And
look, because your friends ain't gonna give you that great advice. Trust and believe. Okay.
All right. Well.
Yes. So we will wrap this one. And guess what? And guess what? Remember, it's not just about what you remember, but how you engage with those memories that truly shapes your mindset.
Yes, yes.
Cheers to the day. Woo, woo. That's a wrap.